NEC Section 210.52, paragraph F, specifically addresses receptacle requirements for laundry areas. This section mandates a dedicated 120-volt, 20-ampere circuit for clothes washers. It's important to note that this requirement is explicitly for 120-volt circuits and does not cover 208-volt configurations. The question arises whether a 30-amp, 208-volt, one-phase receptacle intended for a stacked washer and dryer unit aligns with these NEC standards. According to the NEC, there are no specific regulations mandating a particular voltage or amperage for laundry room receptacles designed for stacked washer and dryer units. While Section 210.52, paragraph F establishes the 120-volt, 20-ampere requirement for clothes washers, it does not explicitly prohibit or regulate higher voltage receptacles used for combination units. Therefore, a 30-amp, 208-volt, one-phase receptacle in a laundry room does not technically violate any NEC provision except for the dedicated circuit requirement for a clothes washer, because it is not 120 volts. However, it's crucial to consider other factors and potentially relevant NEC sections to ensure overall electrical safety and code compliance. Firstly, the equipment itself, the stacked washer and dryer unit, must be appropriately rated for the 208-volt supply. The unit's nameplate should clearly indicate that it is designed to operate at 208 volts. Using an appliance with an incorrect voltage rating could lead to damage, malfunction, or even create a safety hazard. Secondly, the overcurrent protection for the 30-amp, 208-volt circuit must be properly sized and coordinated. This means the circuit breaker or fuse protecting the circuit should have an ampacity appropriate for the conductors and the connected load, as determined by NEC Article 240. Thirdly, the conductor supplying the receptacle must be adequately sized to handle the 30-amp current. The appropriate conductor size can be determined using NEC Table 310.16, taking into account the conductor's insulation type, ambient temperature, and any applicable dating factors. Fourthly, the receptacle itself must be rated for 30 amps and 208 volts. Using a receptacle with an insufficient ampacity or voltage rating could lead to overheating, arcing, or other electrical hazards. Fifthly, the wiring methods used to install the receptacle and associated circuit must comply with the NEC requirements outlined in Chapter 3. This includes using approved raceways, cables, and connectors, as well as properly supporting and securing the wiring. Sixthly, grounding is a critical aspect of electrical safety. The receptacle and associated circuit must be properly grounded in accordance with NEC Article 250 to minimize the risk of electric shock. This typically involves connecting the equipment grounding conductor to the grounding electrode system. Seventhly, local amendments to the NEC may exist in certain jurisdictions. It's essential to consult with the local electrical inspector or authority having jurisdiction to determine if there are any additional requirements or restrictions related to laundry room receptacles. Eighthly, even if the 30-amp, 208-volt receptacle technically complies with the NEC, it's important to consider the overall functionality and safety of the installation. If the stacked washer and dryer unit only requires a 120-volt supply for certain components, such as the controls or the washer motor, it may be necessary to install a separate 120-volt receptacle in addition to the 208-volt receptacle. Ninthly, the NEC provides guidelines for receptacle spacing in dwelling units to ensure convenient access to electrical outlets. While these requirements primarily apply to general-purpose receptacles, it's good practice to consider receptacle placement in the laundry area to minimize the use of extension cords and ensure easy access for appliances. Tenthly, when installing or modifying electrical wiring, it's always recommended to consult with a qualified electrician. A licensed electrician can assess the specific requirements of the installation, ensure compliance with all applicable codes and standards, and provide guidance on best practices for electrical safety. In summary, while the NEC does not explicitly prohibit a 30-amp, 208-volt, one-phase receptacle for a stacked washer and dryer unit in a laundry room, it's essential to consider the equipment's voltage rating, the overcurrent protection, conductor sizing, receptacle rating, wiring methods, grounding, local amendments, functionality, receptacle spacing, and the expertise of a qualified electrician. By carefully evaluating these factors, you can ensure a safe and code-compliant electrical installation in the laundry area. Moreover, it is vital to differentiate between the requirements for a standard clothes washer and a stacked washer and dryer unit. The 120-volt 20-ampere dedicated circuit requirement in 210.52 paragraph F specifically targets clothes washers, not necessarily combination units that may have different voltage and amperage needs. Therefore, a 208-volt receptacle for a combination unit does not inherently violate this particular section of the code. Furthermore, it's crucial to consider the load calculations for the electrical service. The total electrical load of the dwelling unit, including the laundry appliances, must be carefully calculated to ensure that the service has sufficient capacity to handle the demand. NEC Article 220 provides guidance on calculating electrical loads for various types of occupancies and appliances. The load calculation should take into account the continuous and non-continuous loads, as well as any demand factors that may be applicable. In addition, the NEC addresses the installation of electrical equipment in damp or wet locations. If the laundry room is subject to moisture or humidity, it's important to use appropriate wiring methods and enclosures that are rated for such environments. NEC Article 430 provides requirements for motor circuits, including those used in appliances such as washers and dryers. These requirements address the sizing of conductors, overcurrent protection, and disconnecting means for motor circuits. It's important to comply with these requirements to ensure the safe and reliable operation of the appliances. Also, the NEC contains provisions for ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection in certain locations. GFCI protection is intended to reduce the risk of electric shock by detecting ground faults and interrupting the circuit. While GFCI protection may not be specifically required for all laundry room receptacles, it's generally recommended for receptacles located near water sources. Considering the location of the laundry room in Massachusetts, it's important to be aware of any state-specific electrical codes or regulations that may be in addition to the NEC. Massachusetts may have adopted the NEC with certain amendments or modifications. Consulting with the local electrical inspector or a licensed electrician in Massachusetts is essential to ensure compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Moreover, the evolution of appliance technology should be taken into account. Modern stacked washer and dryer units may incorporate advanced features such as electronic controls, energy-efficient motors, and smart technology integration. These features may have specific electrical requirements that must be considered during the installation. The appliance manufacturer's instructions should always be consulted for detailed information on the electrical requirements of the equipment. In addition, the NEC addresses the use of arc fault circuit interrupter, or SI, protection in dwelling units. SI protection is intended to reduce the risk of electrical fires by detecting arc faults and interrupting the circuit. While SI protection may not be specifically required for laundry room circuits, it's becoming increasingly common in residential installations. Furthermore, the concept of energy efficiency plays a significant role in modern electrical design. Using energy-efficient appliances and lighting can reduce energy consumption and lower utility bills. When selecting a stacked washer and dryer unit, it's important to consider its energy efficiency rating and choose a model that meets your needs while minimizing energy use. Also, the NEC addresses the use of surge protection devices, or SPDs, to protect electrical equipment from voltage surges. SPD can help prevent damage to sensitive electronic components caused by lightning strikes or other transient voltage events. While SPD may not be specifically required for laundry room circuits, they can provide valuable protection for appliances and other electrical equipment. The importance of proper labeling and identification of electrical circuits cannot be overstated. All circuit breakers and fuses should be clearly labeled to indicate the circuits they protect. This helps prevent confusion and ensures that the correct circuit is energized when performing maintenance or repairs. Moreover, the NEC addresses the use of tamper-resistant receptacles in dwelling units. Tamper-resistant receptacles are designed to prevent children from inserting foreign objects into the slots, reducing the risk of electric shock. While tamper-resistant receptacles may not be specifically required for laundry room receptacles, they are generally recommended for all receptacles accessible to children. In addition, the NEC contains provisions for the use of flexible cords and cables. Flexible cords and cables are commonly used to connect appliances to receptacles. It's important to use cords and cables that are appropriately sized and rated for the intended application. Cords and cables should be inspected regularly for damage and replaced if necessary. The NEC also addresses the installation of recessed lighting fixtures. Recessed lighting fixtures are commonly used in laundry rooms to provide general illumination. It's important to install recessed fixtures in accordance with the NEC requirements, including proper clearances from combustible materials and adequate ventilation. Furthermore, the NEC contains provisions for the use of smoke detectors in dwelling unit. Smoke detectors are essential for providing early warning of a fire. It's important to install smoke detectors in accordance with the NEC requirements and to test them regularly to ensure they are functioning properly. Additionally, the NEC addresses the use of carbon monoxide detectors in dwelling units. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless gas that can be deadly. It's important to install carbon monoxide detectors in accordance with the NEC requirements and to test them regularly to ensure they are functioning properly. The NEC also contains provisions for the installation of electric vehicle charging equipment. With the increasing popularity of electric vehicles, it's becoming more common to install charging equipment in residential garages and driveways. It's important to install electric vehicle charging equipment in accordance with the NEC requirements to ensure safe and reliable operation.